Welcome back to this edition of Frontline.
Habla ingleses, do you understand? I said shake my hand.
Does the UK luchador understand? Obviously not, he will now. What an insult this is to the heritage. And wait a second, you can't, there you go.
Oh, Ligero tried to fight back against Singh, and now it's a gang assault. There's Adil Khan with the flag.
Hey, that's a wrap as far as El Ligero's concerned.
Here comes Coffee. Coffee is going to come to the aid of the man who just beat him.
But look at RJ Singh and his cohorts putting the boots to Derry's Coffee for daring to stick his nose where it does not belong, because this is all about embarrassment, like I said before, Dave. This is all about what happened at Carpe Diem. RJ Singh does not forget. And when El Ligero refused to shake his hand as well, that just added insult to the previous insult.
Oh, here's Singh drops Ligero on his face. And he's got the camel clutch. Why is this allowed? Someone get out here and stop this.
This is marvellous. I hope they're filming this for RJ's next Bollywood film. It would be priceless footage. And what's this, Dave?
It's a saw. What?
Why has the director got a saw?
Well, Ligero's back being contorted. That can't be doing that shoulder any good either. But what?
Is it the final cut for the film, perhaps?
Singh is ordering Adil Khan to... What is he doing? What?
Oh, they wouldn't.
No way!
Oh,
no way!
Oh, yes! This is fantastic, Dave.
They're cutting the horns off El Ligero.
They're touching the mask. That would normally be sacrilegious, but I have to say, given the lack of respect that El Ligero's shown for RJ Singh's culture, surely turnabout is fair play, Dave.
Does Singh have no heart whatsoever? A Mexican wrestler's mask is his soul, it is his life, his identity, and RJ Singh has just done surely one of the worst things he could possibly do to El Ligero.
A few weeks ago, we discussed the issues between John Ryan and the vigilante, Johnny Moss. However, with Moss being absent from the FWA since last November, it's easy to forget just how much of a dominant force the Cumbrian native is.
God, Rain is thankfully moving, but he doesn't know where he is.
Dave Rain's insane. It's plain. Look at this. Dave Rain out. Oh, no!
Oh, Moss is holding on. Oh, now, come on now. You could beat him at any time, Moss. For goodness sake, that's 2 German suplexes in a row. Moss still holding on with that waist lock. And a 3rd German suplex. Oh, my. Yeah, referee. I think the referee has to think about stopping this one. Well, he's got a count on. Moss is just screaming, obviously enjoying administering this beating.
Dave Rain could actually have a broken neck right now.
Oh, easily.
I think referee Mike Fitzgerald is counting him out, but I think he needs to be calling for medical attention, personally.
The ref's up to 8. Rain's not getting up. He hasn't moved at all. There's 10, and Moss has won it. Dear God, Rain is at the very least concussed.
And now I'll make my prediction, Dave Bradshaw. I will predict who is going to be the ultimate survivor, the ultimate winner of the FWA World Title Tournament. It's Moss. Moss, right there, that man, that's the next FWA World Champion. What a display of dominance.
Another person we had nearly forgotten about inside the FWA ring was Alex Shane. The former 2-time FWA heavyweight champion and company figurehead dropped the show stealer name on the 6th of June to Nathan Cruz in a heated and dramatic affair that's been steeped in controversy ever since. Yet the now semi-retired Shane was yet to set foot inside a new FWA ring. However, at the Art of War, his impromptu speech was not the last we would see of him that evening, as another show-stealing performance was just around the corner.
Shane is back, and Shane is wearing his ring gear. Well, Martin Stone may have been able to play mind games with Robbie Brookside in one of the most disgusting speeches, disgusting tirades I've ever heard in my life. But Alex Shane is here, and Shane is not going to stand for that.
Listen, Just like the American wrestling is made so popular, okay, pardon my French people, but this is serious, okay? The time for talking is done. You, my friend Martin Stone, what you've just done to Robbie Brookside, what you've just said to him is the single most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. These people believe in British wrestling. These people believe in British wrestling. I believe in British wrestling, and Robbie Brookside believed in British wrestling. I apologise for my language, and you might want to cover your children's ears one more time because I need to stand up and say something. Because in the world that we live in, sometimes somebody has to stand up against people like you and say something. Martin Stone, you are an I despise you and everything that you stand for. So even though I promised a young man called Nathan Cruz that I would never be the show stealer again, I have ripped the lettering off these tights and I will answer the call for the resistance, and we are going to war!
Alex Shane is going to lead the resistance into war.
Obliterated Bubblegum, put him in the hospital, forced him out of wrestling, and Leroy Kincaid still slams this man.
That is a 350-pound man. Dave Morales just picked up and slammed by Leroy Kincaid.
I mean, I've never seen Morales more devastating than when he chewed up Bubblegum and spat him out. But Leroy Kincaid, you know, he didn't quite get the job done at Battle Lines. He failed to win the title. He won the match by disqualification, but he looks more fired up tonight than I've ever seen him. Fighting for British wrestling, defending British wrestling.
Sorry, Greg, sorry to interrupt. Martin Stone, the FWA World Heavyweight Champion, has just been tagged in, and he is demanding that Alex Shane enters the ring to face him. Kincaid, of course, has unfinished business of his own with Stone, to say the least, but Kincaid obliging.
You know, Dave, as you know, I know Alex Shane very, very well indeed. I have actually seen the look on his face before. This look of sheer contempt. Not very often. It's usually reserved for his most hated enemies. And him and Martin Stone have had problems in the past, but I think it's gone. I think it's just gone.
Look at them.
It's crossed the line here.
Look at them locking up like bulls. And Alex Shane has been driven into the agenda's corner. That is a place he does not want to be. Shane fighting his way out against 4 men. It's a gang assault. It's a gang assault on Shane. I think it took tremendous courage of Alex Shane to come out here. Obviously not expecting it. Obviously put his ring gear on at the last minute. The first time, in fact, that Shane has competed without the moniker of the show stealer.
That's right. That's right.
For many years, almost 2 decades, having lost that title to young Nathan Cruz in a match up in Hull recently.
He alluded to that earlier when he on the microphone. Absolutely, a hugely dramatic and brutal last show stealer standing match. Alex Shane is no longer the show stealer. Instead, I guess he's cast himself in the role of saviour, maybe.
I don't know about that. I think he's just a man trying to help a cause he deeply believes in.
The referee has given Joel Redmond a yellow card.
Oh, yellow card for Redmond for interfering before he was tagged in. Now he is tagged in.
Nobody has sacrificed more for this industry in the UK than Alex Shane. There's no doubt about that. But he's in there with a much younger, stronger, well-conditioned cyborg of a wrestling machine right now in Joel Redmond. And I told you earlier, I said what Redmond Reese Morales scored the most dominating victory ever in FWA history over Burridge. But there's a Shane Station!
Shane Station kick and Joel Redmond to the outside.
And I was going to say, after what they did to Burridge, they were looking to do the same to Shane, and Shane pulls out the Shane Station. This is extraordinary.
Oh, Shane!
Shane!
Good God! Good
Alex
God!
Shane!
From nowhere, Alex Shane just came from the middle turnbuckle and landed hard, and I mean hard, on top of the agenda.
This is the resistance, and we need your help.